Mm-hmm. A lore team kill here. Not an organization team kill, but a lore team kill between Johnny and May. Mm-hmm.
There we go. The green Johnny, man. I don't think I've ever seen green Johnny. I'm gonna be real with you.
Green Johnny goes hard.
And then Reive on the blue May. Ready for this round start, full charge 5D. You ready?
The Reive special.
I'm calling it. Here it comes. All right, never mind, never mind. You got to respect that Johnny Far Slash. Looks like we got counter hit from it right on the start, but that gnarly anti-air right there. I don't know May buttons, but keeping Onda over here in the corner. But Onda's awake on that defense. You saw it representing the 6P, representing some kind of like fuzzy options, and then even in that mid-screen neutral once the challenge before the Dolphin comes out. But now we're on the other side of the screen. Reive with some decent pressure.
Oh, an ambitious card, but gets rewarded for it. Safe jumps the Orca. Dodges the card pop though, but a JP Ansier is going to keep on this turn going.
Now
Piercy to bait the stance cancel. Find the pickup with the wall to assault after.
Dude, I love that Reive just represented the flex shield right there on this post wall break. I've been noticing a lot of people online starting to do that recently, like representing the flex shield. That's an extra layer to that RPS, like post wall break safe jumps. So it's cool. I don't know. It's cool seeing people like start to utilize that, and it's making me personally have to play around it a little bit. I don't know if everyone else is starting to feel that in the meta.
A little bit.
Does Nago even have a safe jump post wall break? Hard knockdown?
If he's got blood, he can toss a clone on you, but otherwise, not really. Got it here. Reive maybe representing that super just a little bit. Onda willing to play patient, bait out that super, take his round.
Good shit. Good stuff. Man, honestly, I'm gonna be real, man. All of our Johnnies, kind of gapsters. I don't think we had very many fraud Johnnies. They've all been pretty decent, so.
Absolutely. I feel like Johnny is one of those characters that, like, you kind of have to learn like a bit of gap in order to like play that character forever and not drop him, you know.
Curb stomp in the chat, the Gapinators. Let's go. I love how Red's tag is the great Gapsby. Okay, round start 5D. No! Vertical Dolphin instead. Looks like we're just going back to neutral, but that counter hit Wild Assault from Johnny, from Onda here, makes Reive want to burst. Trying to do a little bit of some preemptive zoning with the volleyballs, but I love Onda. Onda unfortunately getting himself back thrown here, and there's the full charge 5D. Reive must be hearing me.
Calls out the vaults, maybe looking for vault deal Piercy from Onda, but oh, gets the reversal super here in the corner. Leader to extend and finish that out.
Great stuff right there. There's that full charge 5D. All right, Reive, you don't need to show up anymore. I'm sorry, Reive. I don't know if I planted that seed or if the voices finally got to you. But I appreciate you regardless. Checking with that 2S right there. But Onda with these misfinders, man, doing a really good job zoning and getting in on Reive with these misfinders.
6P to call out that vault deal PRC before it can come in, but it comes for us all, chat. Onda back into the corner, calls out the reversal super. Builds meter just in time.
So it's Johnny. It's Johnny, so it doesn't kill. Damn!
Hooked on phonics. What can you say? Spell it out for him.
All right, not even trolling. That was actually pretty. Like that was actually a lot of damage. Am I crazy? That was like half of Reive's HP. I'm blanking on what the starter was there, but
it was a good amount of damage. That was like 40% in the corner. Absolutely, not even positive.
Well, great stuff from Onda, man. Definitely showing that they're clean on the Johnny. I need to double check their performance recently. I didn't handle all of the seeding, so I can't remember if they've been in a Jeekly recently. You'll have to correct me on that. But dodging that round start 5D, Onda is just, I mean, I don't know, just playing like this mid-screen zoner, doing those fadeaway misfinders, the fade forward misfinders as well, like you just saw catching Reive. But when we're able to get those Dolphins started up, we're able to fight back.
Yeah, I believe this is Onda's first time in the Jeekly. A great burst bait here from Reive. I almost Curious what Rave's looking for with some of these backdashes on their own Oki. Because they might be giving Onda a bit more space to make it their way back in the game once Rave gets their opportunity to get in.
Probably scared of that reversal super, right? Like, I'm not sure. I know that Onda was able to hit a super last game. I can't remember if that was on Oki or not. But here we go, Reive representing that deflect shield on the safe jump from Onda. But the 6P on Dolphin, man. Great conversion. Great neutral from Onda right there, closing out the round.
Absolutely. Oh, good 5H anti-air counter to get the corner. Thrown out of dash cancel though. Popped up by the card. Hard knockdown. Hit away on burst.
Reive's burst coming up just in time to stay fighting in this game. Onda with that JP conversion though keeps Reive over here in the corner. Full meter, gets the overhead misfire, converts off of it with our red RC. Able to close that one out. 3-0 on the Johnny, man. That's clean. Love to see it. But Wisp has entered before. We've seen Wisp before. So here we go. Hakke and Chuck Bengis. Hakke has been entering a lot on that Millia, and they were right. Chuck Bengis representing the Slayer, probably doing a swap. We'll have to see if they end up going to the Anji or if the Slayer carries them throughout the set.
Yep. Oh, blue wall assault counter hit. Get some bunker loops going mid-screen. Not quite. Counter hits the startup of Mappa there. Taking Mix in the corner, blocks the cross up.
Now, I was watching SQ stream, and they were talking about Ramlethal specifically, so it used the context for your character, but they were talking about how the outplay to Slayer K Mappa is to run at them, right? Because if you're full screen getting hit by K Mappa, it's plus at that point, or at least it's very hard to challenge depending on your character. But if you're running at them doing dash blocks instead, then you're actually forcing them into a distance, into a range where the Mappas end up being negative. So I love that from Hakke. You see that them running up, just run up 6P. It may seem a little troll, but it's if they end up blocking the Mappa, it's minus like it should be, or they're counter hitting with 6P.
Millia run up 6P is also a very real tactic. Her 6P is very invuln early, and it's got decent cancel options into getting her into Oki. That being said, both these characters just trying to left-right as hard as they can off their special moves. Both these players being like, you know what? Let's get to... I got hit. I had no idea where that was going.
Yeah, no, I think we all got hit right there. And the wall splat to boot, breaking the wall with S-Disc right there. Great shit from Hakke, closing out that round.
Absolutely. Jumps over the low coming in with 6K.
That was cool. 6K beating the 2D from Slayer right there from Chuck. Blocking the cross up and getting caught by that same side Artemis, even though it was going in the other direction. That was kind of weird. Gets the wall break for their trouble.
Fast little RC keeps the right height they want. Septum voices? Dead. This is absolutely one of those matchups that's like, oh, one of these characters has to be right once and a half, and the other needs to be right maybe 4 times. But Hakke making those 4 times look pretty clean, not gonna lie.
Yeah, man. Now, and also like pulling out some tricks. I really liked. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I'd have to check the replay, but that was a other side Artemis that was hitting same side. I don't know if what I'm even saying makes sense, but definitely a weird setup if that's how I understood it. So great stuff from Hakke right there. And I mean, the Slayer wasn't bad from Chuck right there. We went to the last game, and you know they were winning. You know, they were doing well even the Rise had lost. So.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious as to Chuck's thoughts between Slayer and Anji in this matchup, because I feel like they probably have very similar approaches to Millia, right? Both in neutral and on defense. You get the option of a parry super on Anji, which hits both sides, which might be favorable in certain certain Oki setups. But Slayer maybe needing like one less conversion or one less big hit might be a big reason to pick him.
Yeah, that's another good point. Yeah, I mean, you were just saying it earlier about, you know, one character needing to be right a few more times than the other, and that's just the game we play. That ain't nothing about our players or the character strengths. That's just sometimes the best characters in the game, they need to be right more often, even if they're the best characters.
5K Mappa, pick up with the RC. Looking for the Buster Loop. caught by JH as they come back in neutral. The flex shield to make some space, but the 5 gets low profiled.
Damn, definitely got a little tricky with that PRC on Iron Savior. It may mean that Chuck ends up being able to run away with this. Gets a lot of damage off those pile bunkers, and the OTG 2D right there, at least the Oki 2D right there from Chuck Bengis closes out that round.
Yeah, jumps over the Master's Hammer here.
Okay, I love this stuff from Hakke, confirming off of lights, getting cross-up JS's. Like, they're playing an anime fighter right now, but that backdash follow-up from Chuck allows us to get this pile bunker loop maybe a little too early on that 2H, so they weren't able to convert. Hakke is out of the combo, getting their mix established with their meter. Chuck, with great defense, blocks the cross-up, ends up having the burst once we finally get opened up, and that's Millia, man. You are going to get opened up eventually, no matter how good you are. 2H closes out that round. We're evening it up 1-1.
Yeah, it definitely seems like Chuck's really looking for that jump out against Dandy pressure, whereas Hakke may be overrepresenting that corner steal off the H-Disc setup just a little bit too much. Maybe looking for like an extra layer after that, but Chuck's seen it a couple times that he's blocked it, I think all 3. So be curious to see what next layer Hakke brings out once they get their Oki going, and seeing how they're adapting to the neutral here. Because it also seems like Hakke might have some challenges dealing with Slayer 2H, which, I mean, hey, it's Slayer 2H, right? We've all been there.
You know, that move is crazy. I think it's either 13 or 11 frame startup, and of course it does make you airborne, so depending on what frame you were 2K'ing it, they're actually able to go right over it, so it's kind of crazy. Hakke, though, able to convert with this Artemis loop, goes for the reset on H-Disc instead. Definitely wanted to keep going off of that. Actually, no, never mind. I don't mean to backseat the Millia player. They got the setups. Hakke knows what they're doing. They get the wall break for their trouble.
They wanted the other wall. They're like, this wall's cool. I want the other one. And possibly looking to fake out like the startup of Super there to get Hakke to burn some meter with a P-Mappa, but unfortunately caught in the punish from it.
Oh, catching the startup of that mapper right there with run up 2P. Hakke ends up catching with S-Disc on the frame trap as well. Chuck trying to represent fuzzy jumps to get out of the Millia pressure, but the 2H gets a counter hit. Definitely wanted that pile bunker to keep going, but we'll just take the reset instead and get the loop. Call that one intentional. Chuck ends up closing out that round pretty decidedly, but we're going to the last round.
Scoop and loop indeed.
Yes, Whispers matches. Anything that's marked is going to be on stream. Someone has answered. Cobalt answered you. Yeah, that was my fault. I mismarked it. Appreciate the chat moving on. I saw Springlock was in here. What's going on? Limney's in here as well. We got Whispers. Cobalt. Appreciate the chat. Hanging out, watching Hakke play against Chuck right now. And I was saying it earlier. I'll repeat it. Hakke and Chuck, definitely veterans of the JKLY. I don't know off the top of my head how many times they've played before, but it's been enough. At this point, it's been double digits for probably both of them. So great stuff. I appreciate them showing up and representing the competition every week here at the JKLY. There's a lot of tournaments to play in and Friday night, so for them to be here showing off their skills, it's an honor. I won't get too sappy about it, but I appreciate them coming in. And Chuck getting another game, making it 2-1 against Hakke here.
Yeah, finding that lethal blood-sucking universe there in the corner. Hakke maybe just not recognizing they had an opportunity for that 100 meter to go winger RC, right? But Chuck bold and hungry.
And we'll try to jump ahead. We got some games coming up right after this, guys. Right after this, we're going to have Kriby versus Lil Hotdog, which is a bomb-ass name representing that bracket about nothing tag. And then we also got JKLY Cobalt playing against Wisp, who was in the chat earlier on the May. We were talking about Wisp's May earlier, so we'll have to see that matchup. I know Cobalt does have some May experience, but here we're watching Chuck Bengis getting Hakke, and this pressure finally opens up with the overhead, or was that the Master's Hammer? Taking a lot of damage, man. That wasn't representative of how good Hakke's defense was. I promise you, Hakke's defense was so good there. But finally getting caught up when we had the meter, Chuck converted into a kill. Getting a hard knockdown. Counter hit close slash for the Oki, but the back throw punish from Chuck staying active on our defense. That slow walk up. Hakke gets the YRC out and the counter hit on 5H. I love that little shimmy that Chuck represented right there. Ended up turning into this close slash far slash loop. God damn, we did it 3 times. And 6B closes out the round. Chuck bengis going up 3-1 against Hakke here in the JKLY 21. Hot dog play. I don't think. I just love their names so much.
On the note of matchups where one, including Millia, where one character might need to be right a few times less than Millia does. Everyone, welcome to the stage, Goldlewis Dickinson.
Let's go. And dude, Kriby's been cooking recently, by the way. I don't know if you've been watching this man play.
Absolutely.
Definitely been making an online run for their money recently in other brackets, and especially the JKLY. We've been seeing them quite a bit. I love that air throw against Little Hot Dog here. That's something you're going to have to do against Millia if you want them to play your game on the ground.
Honest, ground-based neutral, and my Guilty Gear Strive. Jumps out of the H-Disc, YRC's in air, but Lil Hot Dog takes their turn back with a fast 2P.
And I love that fast 2B from Hot Dog, because noticing that the YRC was an aerial YRC, knowing that it wasn't going to be as plus as normal, so representing that quick, oh my god, that back throw from Kriby, so confident on, or at least so good on that OS, whatever you want to call it, able to back throw a Hot Dog right there on the side steal setup. Great stuff closing out that round.
They've avoided my first wall. Another. That being, I mean, hey, get in by whatever means, right? Throw in the corner here is gonna get Hot Dog started. Same side, no cross up. No resources for hard knockdown, but hey, you're happy to have a 2/3 of the Goldlewis's life already if you're a Millia player here with meter to mix.
Ooh, wow, that was some tricky mix right there. Doing the red RC up just to fall into a 2K. Those JHs were sick as well against Kriby. Have him opened up, converting into the 6H, closing out the round. Hot Dog kind of cooking right now.
Absolutely. Burst built back up on Kriby's side, though.
But before you could finish your sentence, we had already used it up. Yeah, I wish Goldlewis had a flash kick coming from the chat. Here we go. Hot Dog going into 6H. Able to use that Mirage cancel H-Disc to get Ogi established even from the other side of the screen. But Kriby with that Abare scoops up Hot Dog, converts into super with the drone out as well. That's going to be maximum damage.
Oh, calls out the wake up deflect shield. OCG off the throw for the kill. Between the time I was like, my brain goes to the username. I was like, oh, the tag will surely be there. It wasn't there. I was like, oh, let me check the overlay. I look at the overlay. Oh, it's Kriby. Oh, he spent his burst wild assaulting. My bad.
Damn, and dude, I wish I took in the replay of it, but that Little Hot Dog did a same side mix even though they were in the corner off of an H-Disc. Hot Dog had such good mix in that last game. It was actually kind of crazy. But yo, chat going kind of crazy down here as well. We got Avian coming in. Any Jeekers? What's good?
Yo.
What's good? You came in just in time to watch Kriby here playing against Lil Hot Dog here in the JKLY 21 winners round 2. Kriby getting top 8 at a few of the JKLYs as of late with some gnarly upsets as well. So definitely a favorite to get up the top 8. Hot Dog has entered 1 or 2 JKLYs before, I want to say. Definitely not as much as Kriby has, but definitely showing a lot of awesome mix here on their Millia.
With the guard crush drone going. Meter on deck to winger RC though is gonna get Hot Dog out. Not quite enough to kill. Goldlewis is a little too beefy, but a throw after is gonna close out that round for Hot Dog.
And you finally saw that Kriby blocked the same side. Hot Dog been going for a lot of same side, but then the throw right after. So even though you won the RPS, you still needed to fuzzy something. Gets picked up by Hot Dog right here. Artemis Loop gets the wall break. Run up 2H for the optimal damage question mark. Great stuff from Hot Dog.
Yeah, and fantastic awareness to simply just mirage through the drone and get that punish. baits the 2P with Capel. One last mix here. JH on the other side. Clean.
And here we go, man. Kriby blocks one same side, and Hotdog says, all right, I'm turning it up.
All right, bet.
Kriby blocked one same side, and Hotdog said, bet.
Welcome to layer 3. Enjoy your stay.
But no, great stuff from Hotdog right there. Great mix. Great neutral. The Mirage through the drone, kind of crazy. Chat popped off for that. I mean, we're doing the right stuff. We're doing the right stuff, and we're getting in Kriby's head a little bit on this layer 3. I'll admit. We'll have to see. Maybe it was a fluke.
Yeah, this is one of the matchups where I feel like Goldlewis drone maybe not quite as good at dominating the neutral. Running Oki is still absolutely fantastic, but in neutral, she just kind of hops over it. That being said, here in the corner, it's a good place to kill a Millia.
Yeah, that was just a Goldlewis round. Ain't much to say. Kriby played their pressure perfectly, but Hotdog starting off strong with this 6P. I love that defense from Kriby, man. When we're not in these H-disc loops or the H-disc setups, and we're just blocking in neutral, man, we're not really getting counter hit that often. Right here, Hotdog was able to get one, and we got Kriby in the corner as a reward.
As a treat.
As a little treat. Just a treat.
It calls out a startup of what looked like Laser Super with Far Slash. Yerking to try and stay out of the corner, return to neutral. Oh, but a JS from Goldlewis there is going to keep the BTs coming. Oh, what a JH of Hotdog's own is going to be the hit they need to close out that round. They're blocking rewarded here in the corner. Winger for the style points.
And that all started off of a really good deflect shield from Hotdog. Oh, dude, Kriby with that jump JP representing like that air-to-air mess against Hotdog if they decided to approach. Counter hit close slash on the Oki allows us to set up the drone. Deflect shielding through the setup. JH gets counter hit right there by Kriby. BRC to convert. Able to take out Hotdog. Moving up another game, 2-1.
Yeah, both of these players very... I don't know, eager might not be the right word, but very, very alert and willing to challenge on each other's Oki, especially when like disc or drone are not out. They're very happy to start engaging in like some active defense with a lot of these like 2P checks.
And you kind of have to, right? 'Cause, I mean,
Yeah.
you were saying it earlier, the character just needs to be right more often, right? So if we can end up stealing away some of those situations with just a really good 2P mash, converting off of a light normal into S disc or something, we'll take those.
Not quite getting the wall bounce. That nearly could have been dead. Oh, calls out the throw. Gets the get the burst out of him.
Definitely not a good situation. The laser super into the throw. I mean, any one hit at that point would have gotten you. You're playing RPS 4 different ways. Kriby set that one up pretty well, man. Awesome checkmate right there from them. But Hotdog trying to fight back. We got Kriby in the corner. We do have them opened up on that H-disc. Capel for the wall break. We got some decent damage here, but we're at kill percent. It's Millia.
Absolutely. Hard knockdown into Winger. 50 meter for Mix on the other side. Burst built back on Kriby's side, though, and 50 meter of their own to work with.
Damn, wake up super on the Iron Savior right there from Hotdog, using our double jumps to try to represent something. I love that PRC back into BadMoon, punishing Kriby for being good on their defense. Getting punished on that 6P with that PRC back. Hotdog closing out the round. Great stuff. We're still in round point for Kriby, though.
All assault twice, take their burst, put him in the corner, kill him. PRC to keep it safe, keep their turn. Caught. Out. So that's a Goldlewis round. 13 seconds to talk about it.
Nah, Kriby kind of went crazy right there. Good shit,
Yeah,
Ryoka. Hopefully you got some good replays. Let me go ahead and show some respect here to Wisp and JKLY Cobalt on the Testament. Cobalt been representing that JKLY tag for a minute now. Been playing the Testament since they've been on the JKLY. Wisp we've had before, I want to say last week or the week before, playing this May. Did pretty well for themselves. We got to see what Cobalt can do about it. I think Cobalt has a little bit of May experience from her region, so we'll have to see what Wisp can represent against the low tier.
Absolutely. 6H into Nostrovia. Get the pickup, get your wall carry, get your stain pop. 6H not quite in range to secure that wall stick, but a 5k after, looking for the burst. May Guts, she stays alive. Ooh, the PRC to try and stay safe, but the JS from Testament closing out that round.
Great stuff from Cobalt, and that all started off of a anti-air 5k, but here I need to talk about this counter hit Wisp just got. Look at all the red onto Cobalt's HP bar. This is a 2-touch. One more guess, call the 3-touch, 2.5 touch, and it's going to be S Dolphin closing out that round with a perfect. Goddamn, Wisp woke up in that round.
Just saying, hey, let's go to round 3. Already representing some layers in the Dolphin RPS there. Hard knockdown, but the H Dolphin just a little too low to get that wall break. 2D counter hit, big starter here.
Damn, a little too late
RC
on the
drift
close
up.
slash, so 6H couldn't convert, but we have our burst to go back to neutral. Getting the Unholy Diver and the Stain applied. I love this defense from Wisp. Isn't too angsty to get out. Just blocks out that mid-range pressure, waits till they're out of far slash range, and then starts playing. But the back throw from Cobalt keeps Wisp jailed in here in the corner. Stain applied as well. Great back throw, and now we got 100 meter. I wonder what the setup's going to be.
TP's in. Run up throw, RC. Burst coming back, but Nostrovia to lock it out. That's going to be the first game on the board for Cobalt.
Great stuff from Cobalt. Wisp yelling out, Johnny! But no, it was Testament that took you out of that game. Chat kind of popping off right now. What's going on? What's the current bracket? What's going on? Good old Okie boy. What's going on? What's the current bracket look like? Bracket's looking pretty good right now. We're only in Winners Round 2 watching. We've already saw a previous game of Winners Round 2, but right now we're watching Cobalt and Wisp. After this, we'll be seeing Chuck Bengis versus Yata. So that's going to be a Slayer Mirror. And then we're going to have Mikesaftig versus Onda, who we had on stream earlier. A lot of repeat people on stream, but hey, I'm not complaining necessarily. Here we go. Great run-up throw right there from Cobalt. Wisp a little bit low HP. Overhead Arbiter converts after Red RC. Great stuff from Cobalt. Gets the first round of Game 2. Here we go. Great Wild Assault conversion from Wisp. Cobalt with just enough meter left to say, hey, I want to burst that. Unholy Diver gets 6p. Great stuff right there. Stain Pop. We definitely wanted that the combo off of H Reaper, but we'll take the run-up throw on the scramble instead. Wisp blocking all of this out, but finally gets caught on the startup of something because that 2k was a counter hit. Able to mash out of there, though. Great stuff from Wisp. Stealing the corner. Getting Cobalt stuck here. The YRC trying to get us out of things. 6p for the counter hit as well. This is a scrambly-ass game, man. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Wisp has Cobalt at kill percent if we can just get 50 meter, but I think that's the struggle, right? Low HP, not a lot of meter. Needs to convert into Wild Assault, but we just had to spend it on Burst. If we can get some pretty good shenanigans here, we can probably rob Cobalt, and there it was with the counter hit by the RC. Almost dropped it there, but great stuff. Like I said, in the scramble was able to close it out. 2K2D overhead Dolphin for the OTG. Gets the back throw as well. Great stuff. Wisp having Cobalt here at half HP. Definitely wanted to convert off of that with the red RC, but we'll take the corner pressure instead. Cobalt done blocking. Decides to burst. Unholy Diver applied. Great delay tech from Wisp right there. Rewards them with another chance. Run up 2K2D. Closes out that game 1-1. And I saw Anchor got back in the room. He's already spectating, so we should be good.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't know. I've been having some momentary disconnects lately. I don't know what that's about.
Okie Boy said, how many axles are in bracket? Kennedy? Is that how you say your name? McKennedy? Who are you in the bracket? You said you were in here. Is it the same name? Or are you someone else in the bracket? Because off the top of my head, no disrespect to anyone, but I don't recognize any Axels off the top of my head. But apparently McKennedy is one.
Head receiver is an Axel player.
Oh, no shit. Duh. Okay,
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
head receiver's an Axel player. Good call. Good call.
Yeah, they're slugging it out with hotdog and losers right now. But here on stream, Cobalt getting a 6H counter hit. The bane of maze everywhere. Stain applied as they send him through the wall. Wisp not afraid to challenge. Get in with those far slashes. 100 meter on deck for Cobalt, but no chance to use it yet. Chooses to burst to try and deny Wisp that positive bonus.
I'm kind of just holding my breath here. The H Dolphin on the very late active frames catches Cobalt's backdash. We are on a pixel. Literally any button kills probably, but Wisp getting these cross-ups onto Cobalt gets shut down by that back throw though. Cobalt takes the round.
That last back throw there. Wisp maybe not entirely able to find a route in time that gets that wall stick to secures the kill. Cobalt finds that last opening she needs to secure that round.
That was and honestly, that 5P right there from Wisp, that was a great fuzzy match because we saw them block the whole block string of that earlier when it was true, but Cobalt dropping the last piece of the H Reaper there off of that jump in attempt, Wisp was able to 5P to start this interaction. Almost a 2-touch, call that a 2.5 touch on the reset. Wisp takes that round.
Absolutely. The dueling 6Ps, Maze wins out. Cobalt's got her burst back, but when's the best time to use it against a May who's coming in with 50 meter? Baits the burst off PRC, and that's going to be 2-1 for Wisp.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it a buck, man. That was a clip. Wisp with that S Dolphin PRC for the burst bait. Basically a 2-touch as well in that game. Great stuff from Wisp here. Navigating against Cobalt's Testament neutral, man. Great stuff. Chat kind of popping off right now. Testament is cool, but guys, it's painful watching them in tourneys.
Yeah.
I could never have the balls to play them. It's, I don't know, you see some stuff drop and you know that that was like any other character, it wouldn't have dropped. But definitely love seeing some of the shenanigans you can end up pulling off against people. I really think that Testament gets a buff inherently just by the fact that they're low tier. They don't really get as much practice seen from normal players, right? So sometimes they can run away with some you know, some pretty punishable stuff, but I don't really see a lot of that in this game.
Yeah, counter hit Dolphin here. Overhead kiss for the pickup. Wall stick to get the positive.
Man, that
3K slide in. Yep, 3K. May one of the few with the 3 input there. Slide right on in, grab your knockdown. Cobalt on set life.
That run up
Backdash
throw right there. Yeah,
throw.
dude, calling out the backdash. Deflect shield tries to get Cobalt out of it, but the S Dolphin Red RC turns this into a wall break. Fully charged 5H for the most damage we can get. One more hit for Wisp if we can make it connect, and it looks like it's going to be the S Dolphin BRC S Dolphin again. Yamada-san closing it out. Wisp 3-1.
I was like, oh, what if we have nothing but like unique characters again? Nope, it's Slayer time, baby. Halo announcer voice, Slayer.
Yep, start getting used to it, everybody. This character is actually good. So start getting used to this. Yata converting off of that 5K, I think it is. That's one issue personally for me as a commentator with Slayer, is I'm still getting used to these kicks that are actually 5Hs or whatnot, you know?
That one's 5K there. Oh, cross up into the BSU. Might get picked up here by SMH. And the sweet spot to get the 2H. Sour hit. Counter hit. Close slash. Yata bursting out. Backdash PRC finds the throw. First round is Yata's.
Great stuff right there from Yata, closing that one out, but goddamn, that got close. Chuck Bengis just definitely needed one more hit to close it out. Master's Hammer for the plus frames. We got Chuck in the loop right now, but able to backdash with the follow-up to try to fight out of it, but Yata keeps the corner pressure going.
Yeah, looking for an opportunity to use that burst, but SMH here to get that hard knockdown. Maybe not confident that the last Rise would have the damage.
2H for that gnarly counter hit. Let's see if Chuck's got a combo off of this one. Try to do another P-map, but to keep the Oki going and allows them to block that wake-up super from Yata, but 50 more meter means we're able to PRC to make it safe. Yata closes that first game out. We're 1-0.
Will Last Horizon kill here? The vast majority of checkboxes are yes, but Yana's been playing a bunch of Slayers, so maybe they might be hip on something I'm not. Especially Slayer does have guts, right? So it's possible it might not have, and if it doesn't, you have to return to mid-screen as opposed to getting the hard knockdown, right?
Here we go, that walk back K mapper right there. Yata blocking it out, using their own 2K2D to fight back. When your characters have the same buttons, it really is as simple as knowing what is minus, what is plus, and then you're able to fight the matchup perfectly in some cases.
Universe Pile Bunker not quite able to get the last pickup there, but PRCs to find the 6P counter hit on JH in the corner. Master Hammer to stay plus. Same side cross slash. 2H counter hit. Dandy in. Loop. SMH instead of the last bunker. Get that hard knockdown. Bengis on what's functionally a pixel for Slayer. Burst back before Yata had meter to bait. Dueling Mappas. Second wins. Yata 2-0.
Great stuff right there from Yata, man. And just kept it simple right there at the end. I was waiting to see what kind of trick that they could pull out with some kind of PRC shenanigans to get in. But no, man. K-Mappa hits. Red RC. Win the game. Don't need to do anything too fancy. Just need to go ahead and get to that prize pool.
Absolutely.
I love Reive earlier in the chat saying, I don't know the context. Dolphin is useless. And then Cobalt saying, did you watch the match I just played? Dolphin is very far from useless. I love that. I love the banter. I love the banter. I love these counter hit 2Hs. Yata saying, hey, I don't like counter hit 2Hs, so I'm going to burst. Get Chuck over here in the corner. The overhead opens up. I love that Chuck is representing that backdash follow-up as well to try to fight out of this pressure from Yata. But we got the universe buff applied. BRC to try to get the open up. The next hit kills. Going into super. Yata takes this first round.
And some fun stuff we're seeing from Yata. We're calling out defensive 2Hs using 6K to high profile them. Really interesting stuff. All this left extension here. Not quite getting the wall stick off bunker, but sometimes it's even better to have the corner counter hit close slash here.
Oh man, into the last horizon as well. And you know what was cool about that situation was that was also a defensive 2H coming out from Yata right there, but Chuck just got the close slash early enough so it counter hit. So Yata was representing 6K against defensive 2H, but there Chuck was just quicker with that close slash, able to close it out.
Picking up. BD's the JDC VSU get the universe hit. Wild Assault for the hard knockdown. -2, but you stay in with the meter. 2H to catch the mash. It's a clean 3-0 from Yata in the mirror.
And here we go, man. So we had Onda on stream earlier playing against Reeves May. Ended up beating Vodka Man 3-2, which is pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie. That sounds like it was a close set. So we'll have to see if they can take out Mikesaftig as well to earn their spot here in top 8.
Yeah, Mikesaftig not making it easy for him though, already getting his pressure started. Spend his whole burst on wild assaulting, but Abari from Onda is going to get their turn started. And screen here, playing around this card. Wall deal PRC, get the guard crush going.
Onda's definitely like a very neutral based Johnny. I feel like we saw it a lot against Reeves May, and we're seeing it here against Mike Soul as well. Of course, like if you don't want to play that RPS against DP Red RC, then you can choose not to, then you should. And it looks like they're doing that with backup Misfinder, setting up the card instead and just sit back and wait, you know, just stuff like that. But they were also representing that against Reeves May as well. So it may not just be a Soul thing, it may just be like how they play the game.
Absolutely. And I'd be curious to see we also get a we're seeing that Onda will sometimes go for like the ambitious card resets, right? Where they will stop doing their pressure and toss out card, or even go forward in neutral, which the Johnny players I've talked to have various opinions on that, but you like to see him swag a little, you know?
Man, it is scrambly as hell over here. I don't blame Onda for getting hit by that 5D. Mike cannot convert off those 5Ps, off those 2Ks, but hey, we finally get that 5D, get the perfect. Just say, hey man, let's go back to neutral, let's go back to the round 3. And I love Mike representing that burst bait, by the way, the king of burst baits here at the Jeekly. Of course, Onda didn't give it to them. Able to get this wall break right here against Mike, getting the wall break. What's his name?
Spell it out for him. Hit by the JH, burst out from Saftig on a pixel. Sometimes that's all Soul needs. 5H will close it out though.
Dude, I love that full screen Fafnir from Mike, unironically, post burst, because like I don't really think many characters can challenge that. If you tried to represent like say like Bridget or Kai, just doing a normal fireball there, you're probably getting counter hit. But Onda with the fade back Misfinder would have whiffed any other, you know what I mean? If Mike did any other option out of burst, it would have whiffed, which wouldn't have been that big a deal. But calling out that Fafnir almost, you know? Or maybe, I guess maybe it also catches, I don't know if it would catch Vortex. Point is, great option from Onda right there, going up 1-0.
Absolutely.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Caught out by the Abari from Onda. Saftig now cornered, but an SDP out. Calls out the burst, HVV, 5k, picks up, recognizes he wasn't getting the link after. An ambitious dash out from Onda here. 50 meter calls out Vault Deal PRC. Not quite enough to kill. Oh, but DP's Onda as he attempts to pop that card to close out the round.
Great stuff right there. Onda with that Misfinder cancel forward, just trying to pull up on Mike here, getting a little more confident on our offense. It seems we've kind of changed up our play. Instead of the fadeaway Misfinders, we're approaching with our Misfinders. It's sort of working in this round, trying to mix up something a little bit against Mike to keep that momentum going.
Absolutely. The overhead closes it out here in the corner.
Great stuff. The close slash was too early. Mike able to jump out of that after the whiff close slash. Uses Bandit Bringer. The fight back on that does not get the wall splat here, but we do get quite a bit of damage and we keep the Oki running. The throw pressure is coming out as well. Will it be 3 in a row? No, it's just going to be 5D Red RC. Able to get as much damage as possible. Not the kill though, but locking out that burst from Onda. We're down to 1 hit.
And another of these late air dash over held bringers. We saw one of them earlier from Saftig. It's almost, I think almost a signature technique of his.
No, I literally, you read my mind. I literally caught the replay so I can show you guys. Guys, I only know this because I've been watching Mike. I've watched Mike play 200 games at this point, so it was anchored. Look at what Mike does here when he jumps out of the corner, air dashes, bandit bringers. Watch this.
Saftig's done this to me in bracket
Yeah.
sets before too, so I'm like, oh, it's the thing.
Everybody go lab that. Go lab what you do against that, because Mikesaftig will do it every time. I don't mean to leak the strats. I don't know if Mike will be mad at me pointing that out, but someone would figure out eventually.
Yeah, it's also good because you can introduce layers after that, right, of not holding the bringer, so if they start delaying their anti-airs, right, or you just air dash out and then just don't do anything, you make it back down to the ground while they're waiting to try and react with an anti-air. So it allows you to start introducing layers if they start reacting to it. Stays in the air, gets that overhead finer for the overhead, open them up, pop up with a card to get the conversion.
Great
Absolutely.
stuff right there from Mike. I mean, excuse me, from Onda. Jesus Christ.
From both
Anchor,
these
you take it
players.
away. You talk about this match.
Absolutely. RC's into the JH, finds the overhead to close out this first round. Saftig undeterred, far slashing at round start.
Dude, I love converting off of that light with the 2Ps and the misfire into the card and keeping that combo going. That's actually something interesting about Johnny I haven't really considered. But if you already had that card applied, able to convert so heavily off those lights is a really good bonus.
Yeah, calls out the DP by just using card pop spaced with a finer. Cycling resources here. Card pop, full risk gauge cranked. Oh, and catches the backdash with the deal from Vault.
Now, I'm not in the business of backseating, but did you see there that Mike did the full screen Fafnir again post burst? So we'll have to see if Onda also caught on to that and it's just gonna be like, yo, I'm just gonna keep doing my back misfires or something. But yeah, that risk fully cranked. We kind of had Mike there stuck in the infinite Tsukiyomi block string. Great stuff from Onda, just playing a really great Johnny right now. Just gonna be honest.
Absolutely.
Reeve feels incredibly vindicated.
Real. That is one of the experiences of all time. And like you're in a fighting game, and you're like, man, what just happened? Then you see them like fighting somebody else who's strong, and you're like, I feel less bad about this now.
Dude, so, there is like no better feeling than like being in a bracket and seeing the two people that you lost to being the first place winner and the second place winner. It's like, you know what? I'll take that. That ain't
like,
nothing but that ain't no issue.
Absolutely. RC down. Get another JH in there. Oh, unfortunately, it dropped. Onda gets the throw into the corner. Blocking the overhead. Caught by the 2S. Saftig bursting as they don't want to throw onto the positive bonus. Jump cancels off the wall. Finds the overhead finer. 50-meter on deck for Onda to mix with. Blocks the 6H. Takes the round. They're on set point.
Yeah, I wonder if Mike just maybe miscalculated that meter gain a little bit. 1 into 6H red RC, but Onda awake with the punish instead. And now we have a wall spot against Mike and the round point, the game point here. Mike with full burst, however, though, does that bandit bringer option that we talked about earlier. Counter hits the anti-air. I'm getting stun lock right now. Mike with the counter hit. We got Onda stuck here in the corner. We're just trying to open him up.
Absolutely. Looking to call out the 100-meter reversal super with that DP PRC earlier. Onda sees the floodgates are open, goes for it. Gets bursted back in the corner though. Throw on deck. Saftig with 50-meter. Blocks the overhead. Fafnir. Oh, and 2K2D is going to close it out. Saftig looking to bait a throw with that backdash, but unfortunately giving Onda the gap. They need to get their kill. People have opinions on Guile. Some people think he's sauceless, but I'm of the opinion he's a necessary evil. Came off the end of the corner, jumps the BSU though. Dany on the Bridget, not even his usual Kai, but we know he's been working on this character as well. Blocks the 6K DPs the follow-up. Baits out that Master's Hammer in neutral and scoots back in.
Great stuff right there, man. And checks the backdash with the 2S right there. Definitely a character you can reliably check that backdash with 2S. Blocks the Mappa, gets opened up. Can't blame ya. But that deep jump in JS converts off of yo-yo toss as well. Great stuff from Dany going into the super to try to get as much damage as possible and a hard knockdown.
Blocks the gold burst from Yata here, and that's the first round on the board for Dany. If you're Dany, you are happy to see that burst go.
Great stuff. Backdashing over the active frames of that 2H. Dany is going back to neutral here against Slayer. And now we'll see if Dany ends up doing it, is kind of opting for a longer range neutral hold down against Slayer than, you know, saying like running up Gorilla. Able to set that yo-yo, walk back, waiting for the catch, and then comboing off of it. Definitely wanted that to turn into a wall splat. Some shenanigans happen, and we're going back to neutral.
On just a pixel here in the throw before they even have an opportunity to burst. That's the first game on the board for Dany.
I'd love to talk to Dany. I need to just jump into his Twitch chat one time and ask him, hey dude, what is this swap? Like, is this are you filling in the matchup holes? You think Kai's got some matchup holes? You want to try out the Bridget? Like, what's going on? You just having fun? We'll have to see. Wow, Bridget actually slayed Slayer. Yep. Bridget would beat Slayer 8-2, but damage. It's honestly, I know I said earlier, I think Bridget has some trouble against Slayer. I think that, I mean, Bridget's got to be the one of the best neutral controlling characters in the game. And Slayer is a character that wants to skip it, right? So, like, if you can make them play neutral by running up and blocking their K mappas, by forcing them to get hit by 214S, then, you know, you can get them on their, you get ants in their pants. But until then, man, you're just getting counter hit and you're getting pile bunkered.
Yeah, calls out the BNC with another backdash. Caught mashing after the Mappa. PRC, Hand of Doom to pick up. That was a sick route.
Man, that close slash is able to OTG for what feels like minutes, bro. That part is kind of crazy. But Dany right here not respecting that Oki, showing that Bridget does in fact have a DP, able to 214S because the Mappa did not connect. The falling down jump normal right there from Yata, able to fight back. And now we got Dany back in the corner, tried to convert off the lights, catching that fuzzy jump. Dany able to IAD out, but gets caught with the anti-air close slash. One more hit does it, but Dany with the wire, so he gets a run-up throw to reset the situation.
Absolutely. Getting back into mid-screen, finds the knockdown. Oh, backdashes the blue Wild Assault, gets a Hand of Doom, but not enough to kill. Bridget holding Yata down in the corner here. 5D RC. 5D again, not enough to kill. Blocks the pile bunker, but blocks it in air. Gold Burst whiffs in neutral. Dany more than happy to just let meter fill up because of the positive reset yo-yo. Mappa goes the distance though. Chips out for the kill.
Great stuff right there from Yata. Not getting too crazy. Definitely was, I mean, I'm just going to keep the buck on a little scrambly right there with that gold burst. Dany wanted to go full screen and try to reset the situation, knowing that it was on a pixel to say, hey, I need one more hit. Yata knowing the same situation, you know, I just need one more hit. Able to weave in that Mappa when the time was right. Great stuff. Evens it up 1-1.
Absolutely.
And we got some follows as well. Monster with the follow. Luca with the follow. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much for following the Twitch stream. You guys are joining just in time for the JKLY 21. We're here in top 8 right now, watching Dany on a secondary, playing the Bridget against Yata's new main. Well, old main, but new in stride. Slayer.
2H calls out that low mash. But back to neutral here. Hand of Doom PRC, but a DP from Dany will take their turn back.
Getting opened up with that JD, man. It's a hard button to fuzzy block. Gets the wall break, a good amount of damage against Yata, but not a hard knockdown. Able to punish the Master's Hammer once it whiffed. Patiently lining up that close slash post red RC. Didn't want to mess it up. Able to close out that round. Ooh.
Calls out the cross-up dandy step with a 2P. IBs the Mappa to stay in range to punish. And Yata definitely, you can tell that Yata's a legacy slayer because they do these like the K dandies and then neutral to sort of just sway and build up meter, right? Off in the background.
Wait, K dandy pulls you back. K dandy doesn't give you negative bonus or negative penalty?
I don't believe it does. I don't believe it affects tension penalty because it pulls you back and then moves you forward.
Great stuff despite the gravity scaling right there. Dany with a single hit 2S converted into 2H, getting the wall break that we're looking at right now. YRC through Yata's pressure goes for 236H instead. Oh, the Roger super connects, blocks the gold burst on the wake up, but Yata's going to see if they can't run away with this despite not having the positive bonus. Dany with the Abare 2K2D converts into Scooter, closing out that round 2-0, going up in the games, in the set rather, 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we called it out last week or if I just said it privately to my friends, but one thing I really like about Dany's Bridget is like how, like, and no disrespect, how basic it is. Like, it's, you know what I mean? He definitely plays Bridget like a secondary, and because of that, it's like super optimized. There's like, there's no, you know, there's no added sauce. There's nothing really like super crazy or like special, and I don't mean that in a negative way.
He's doing the good stuff.
Yeah,
he's doing the good stuff that, like, yes, many other Bridgets know, but they know it because it's the good stuff, right?
Yeah.
The very, like, being consistent and having bread and butters is not a bad thing by any means. Absolutely, I know what you mean.
But here we go. Yata gets to open up, man, doing that dash forward, dash back, dash forward, opens anyone up at that point. Taking one round off of Dany, starting off strong.
Yeah, these cross-ups off the blocked Master's Hammer, definitely spooky. Cornered here now, though. JD opens up. It's the overhead. No opportunity to grab that super with the 50 meter. Just going to use it for mix here on the other side.
One thing you saw in that previous interaction, we'll see what Dany can do with this 100 meter. Ends up dropping the combo, unfortunately. Oh, no, super right through the 236S. Still active, was able to punish. Yata's got Dany over here in the corner. 2H counter hits. That's going to be a decent amount of damage, if not a kill, honestly. Goes for the wild assault for the hard knockdown instead. One more hit's going to do it, but Dany with the 100 meter. Falling back, JS is going to convert into Scooter Red RC. Dany, even when they were on the ropes here, still was able to secure that round. Not out of this game yet.
Absolutely. Securing that kill with Killing Machine. Unfortunately, those extra hits are going to mean that Yata has their full burst back, even after just wild assaulting. DP's out of the 2H, though. Came off a counter hit, finding this hard knockdown here in the corner. Baits the wake-up DP. Burst out from Dany.
There we go. Mappa into Red RC. Goes for a pile bunker loop as well. Now this one kills.
Absolutely. 2-2.
Great stuff, man. We'll see if Dany ends up staying on that Kai. I mean, excuse me. 40 and slip there.
On the Bridget. Yep, sticking with the Bridget.
You love to see it, man. I wonder if Dany is confident in Bridget's neutral control against the character that wants to skip it. And that's why they end up staying on the Bridget. But regardless, has definitely proved their Bridget prowess in previous tournaments and on their stream and other brackets as well. No slouch of this character at this point against Yata Slayer. Starting off strong with the fallback JS, gets the yo-yo applied. FD from Yata means Dany saying, hey, I'm just going to run up and throw you if you want to try to FD out my pressure.
Yeah, Slayer's air buttons definitely can be weak at times, and so having 5H and 2H from Bridget are definitely, I think, positives here in the matchup compared to some of Kai's buttons, which are no slouches on range, but don't quite boast the options that Bridget's buttons do. A big pickup here off the 100 meter. Sets the yo-yo to return to grab that last extra hit, but not quite enough to break through Slayer's guts.
Yeah, against other characters there, that combo would have killed, but hey, we'll take the damage and we'll take the positive bonus. 236S catching the approach of Mappa right there. Dany takes that round. Ooh, whoa, dude, that was crazy how the JH ended up hitting on the other side right there in the round start situation for Dany here. Tries to use 6H for the meaty, but not quick enough. Yata was able to jump out. A little bit of a scramble gets them back into the corner. The counter hit 5H from Dany. Tried the red RC to bait the burst, but Yata saying, hey, I'm just going to hold on to it if you want to take it from me.
This was my father's burst, and you can pry it from my cold, dead hands. Catches a follow-up out of Dandy there with a JS of their own. Yata on just a pixel. Meter on Danny's side, 6P. We'll close it out. All right. While assault, keep Red's turn going here. Set the drone, find the low. Onda holding on to their burst here. Red spending the burst to get the hard knockdown instead of their meter, so they can do this whack-ass BRC mix. JD pop him up. No OTG, unfortunate. BRC stay in, chip him out, hit him in the head.
A little bit of a Goldlewis round right there, but good stuff to Onda right there with the good defense against Red's backdash BRC mix that we were going for. You know, for that instant overhead. Red got Onda right here, starting off in the blender, but we're able to burst out of it. Trying to zone back with some misfinders here, but that deep JD tries to calm down things a little bit. No big hits quite yet, but the chip is starting to come out. Onda able to get out of that corner, but caught by Red's JD. And now we're stuck over here again. Backdash BRC JK is the mix, but Onda with the great defense gets caught by a behemoth. What do we got?
Nope, real conversion off that wild assault, but throw the drone, BRC onto him, do a little high-low, scare the crap out of him, take your round.
Good shit. Good stuff. Watching the
And,
whole I'm watching the whole outro apparently. I don't know if you saw that on your screen, but
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, Onda sometimes goes for these very ambitious card sets, and Red was so ready for them with that Obare BT. Just to get their counter hit, immediately get their pressure going with the hard knockdowns, and it was everything they needed off reacting to that card. So curious to see if Onda's going to try and keep their pressure a bit tighter, maybe play a bit of a further game. But if they start going for that, that might give Goldlewis options to like just start backdash a little bit of their own, get their drone set up. So definitely a delicate balance that Onda needs to weave here.
I definitely I have faith in this Onda neutral. This is one of my first times watching them play, but I have faith in their neutral. I wonder if they're almost not degenerate enough, right? In this in the game of Guilty Gear Strive, you know, you can't be honest. Johnny too honest of a character, possibly. Red here saying, hey man, unless you're doing some fucked up stuff, I'm gonna be hitting you and I'm gonna be killing you for it. Great conversion with the 2K to keep that combo going. Gets the safe jump off of JD, but we end up gold bursting out of it.
Oh, possibly looking for a super of their own, but a cross-up maybe getting them just a 2P. Oh, narrowly evades that card pop. RC's down into the super, leaving no doubts about who's taking this round.
And I wonder if that was good for the burst economy too, because I wonder if going into super straight away right there actually limits the amount of burst Onda would have got versus just like a close slash combo or something.
It's absolutely possible. That being said, Onda's got his burst back now, but at the cost of his life. Calls out the vault. Burst coming out from Onda, but 100 meter on Red, and a JD is going to close it out 2-0.
Man, not trying to glaze Red, but dude, that full screen anti-air against Onda's Nsenga with 2P. Dude, Goldlewis 2P is a godlike anti-air button. Converting 2P into 5P into Behemoth, great stuff, Red. I'm reading the chat. So McCannady shouting out their friend, let's go Onda. And Potemkin say, I'm pot 6ping for Onda right now. I'm Potemkin 6ping for Onda right now. Spice Fudge, what's going on, Spice Fudge?
Yo, what's good, Spice?
How we living? How we living? You're just in time for the GGST 21. I don't think I saw you in the bracket tonight, Spice. Someone else did the seating, so I'm sorry if I missed you. If you were in. But appreciate you here in the chat. But here we go. We're watching Onda in their first ever GGST try to navigate around RedIAmNot's offensive neutral. The counter hit close slash makes Onda want to burst, so we can try to get back to neutral here. Nsenga doesn't get anti-air this time. Finally, the instant overhead JK connects, and we get a lot of red for it.
Absolutely. Oh, 6K counter hit. No fear. Onda's heading in. Deals him a hands. Did look for the reversal super initially. Now just getting in with his card pressure going, cashing out on that risk. The overhead, and Onda clutches this round.
Yo, great stuff from Onda right there, making the adaptations they needed to try to close it out, but the anti-air 5P right there from Red has got this awesome combo here from Onda. Dude, that was all off of a 5P. I gotta watch that replay back, but Jesus.
Like I said, those ambitious card deals. Red is ready with the Abare VT. Super here to lock out burst. Not quite enough to kill, but the overhead after. Another perfect for Red. He's up on set point.
Almost got the Twitter clip right there, but unfortunately the super didn't go all the way through. We will take that round win for us, though. We got Onda opened up a little bit. Maybe a fuzzy jump on that 2K right there. Gold bursting out of the situation to try to get some semblance of neutral established here against Red. Respecting that wake up super for them. You saw the walk up, wait, do nothing in 2K. Now we got a wall break on Red. We'll see what we can do with this after you guys learn what Onda's name is.
Burst nearly back here on Red's side, though, and he does have meter to work with already. Looking for the burst from Ondo, but out now. The government's laser coming down, bringing him in. Cross up JH. Here in the corner against Goldlewis. Alive with just a pixel and his burst. The gun cancels it, and the 2P anti-air finds the round.
Damn, check the inputs on that. I bet that 2P was being mashed to oblivion right there. Great stuff, Red. Thank you for the follow, Porky McPorkster. As we go into this game, oh shit, I don't know why my overlay stopped working. Good timing. Vodka Man and Cobalt are playing right now. Okay, here we go. It's up. Okay. Is stream dead? Everything fine now? I shook my hand too fast. The stream died for a second, but we're here. We're here. Our players doing a little bit of a shimmy back and forth full screen, kind of respecting the fact that the stream wasn't up, but we're good now. We're good now. Great flick from Vodka Man on the Unholy Diver. Does the forward Mega Fist to try to keep our pressure going, but Cobalt just out of range for that 2K 2D punish.
Oh, armors through the far slash. PRC's gets their grab. Super PRC from Cobalt, though. Goes for the cross up, but gets 6P'd for her troubles.
Yeah, good 4P option there from Vodka Man right there, getting the 6P once Cobalt crossed up. Able to block the slide head, even though we get one hit with that far slash because the recovery is so good. Weaves under the far slash right there from Vodka Man with our 2K, but we both whiff. And we're just trying to get a hit, man. We're really just trying to get a hit on this Potemkin, trying to get something established. Vodka Man is just playing the matchup right now.
Caught by the flick. Cobalt with meter to work with. Vodka Man now also with 50 on deck, looking for the burst.
Great stuff.
R slash to control that space, control that neutral. First round on the board for Vodka Man.
Was that far slash? I'm so not used to freaking Potemkin buttons. I need to go look at. So 6S is the full screen like double punch, right?
6H is the two big
that's 6H.
hand,
Excuse me.
big-handed punch. Yeah, that's 6H. Far slash is hand supinated.
And then 5H is
pronated.
the karate chop. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
so
there you go.
If his palms are up, that's far slash. If his palms are down, that's 5H.
See, you learn something every day. And here, Marouche is learning who's in the bracket. Shout out to Marouche, who's in the exclamation point bracket there in the chat. Right now, we're in loser side of top 8 watching JKLY Cobalt versus JKLY Vodka Man right now. Which one's my favorite? I won't say out loud. Here we go. Cobalt trying to open up Vodka Man, getting that Unholy Diver applied. Great tech from Vodka Man. Awesome with their defense. I love that shimmy right there. But dude, right when the projectile came out, Vodka Man awake with that flick.
Off-White Wild Assault able to find that last bit of damage they need there to close out that round.
Great counter hit 6P right there from Cobalt, trying to get Vodka Man opened up. But guys, if you haven't seen Vodka Man play before because you just haven't been in a JKLY before, this man does not get hit. Does not get hit. And if you don't know Strive, kind of a good matchup right here for Vodka Man. Able to armor through some of those stain pops, through the far slashes that Cobalt can represent, the H Reapers, the S Reapers. But we're getting opened up right now. We're getting a wall break. Cobalt's got a pretty good round start here.
JS for the fake hit. Finds the throw into the meaty 5G. Would convert off the stain pomp if it wasn't enough to kill.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Look at this weight from Cobalt saying, press a button. I dare you. If you if it's Hammerfall, I'm blocking it. I'm killing you. You don't got meter yet to cancel it. But Vodka Man also not getting too antsy. Just sitting there and waiting. Saying, okay, I'll give you a slide head every once in a while. I'll give you a little bit of something. Nothing too crazy. Converting with this red RC post Hammerfall. Cobalt wants to burst it.
Yeah, slide head and Hammerfall really punish Testament in this matchup because they don't have a ton of moves that multi-hit, so breaking armor is a difficulty for them. Like we saw there, that slide head to escape pressure, take their turn back, get the hard knockdown they need.
So I'm still here, Anchor. Can you cast this last game? I'll make a phone call IRL. But I'm a mute on my mics, but I'm still here. I can run the stream.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
Mankind knew that they... Duel 1. Let's rock.
Cobalt bursts back into the corner. 50 meters, their last resource. And they've got Wild Assaults to evade. 2D after the Garuda. Close it out. Got the canon matchup. We've got Soul versus Kai. Saftig, absolutely no stranger to having to fight a high-level Kai late in the bracket here.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of
And
reflecting
Kaneki no slouch either.
Duel 1.
And yeah, Mike knows the matchup against the top tiers, man. So he'll be okay. Blocking out those far slashes to start. A color 10 Kai, by the way. I don't think I see color 10 Kai very often. Able to get that burst weaved into Mike's pressure, but the 5K was going to turn into a route. A little bit of a drop where it's going back to neutral here, figuring out what options each player likes to represent as we kind of fight here in this scramble. And Mike, no stranger to the scramble. Soul, a character that thrives in that kind of area. But Kaneki here with these awesome throw attempts, getting Mike over to that corner. But the IAD Bandit Bringer, man, we pointed it out earlier, and goddamn, we were not wrong.
5D RC, open him up, pump him up. An unfortunate drop, but the counter R slash after closes it out.
Great stuff right there. The run up gets counter hit by Far Slash right there. Kaneki stuck here in the corner, getting hit with that 3-frame 5K. Definitely want to fight out if we can, but Mike has these combos off of Gunflame, man. Fafnir for the wall break. We're going to keep our meter, and we're going to use it for mix.
Finds the overhead, but a gold burst out from Kaneki means he's making his fight back. Saftig escapes the CSE, but gets opened up by a 5D RC in return.
There we go. Great blocks right there from Mike, but a lot of us were getting hit by that 5D. We're going to keep it a buck. Mike with the 100-meter. We just seen one hit. The backdash on that meaty 5D. Pretty ballsy. I have to say the counter hit far slash starts off a nice sequence with the sweet spot volcanic viper. We end up taking that one out. Mike wins his first game.
And down to the wire there. These players seem these players seem a little familiar with each other. If I may be so bold as to suggest it. 07 from Michigan. Michiganders in chat. Let's go.
Yo, any Michiganders, bro? You Michiganders. Yep, Mexico
Sadly,
have Mexico City. Okay, I'm hip to Mexico City. I said no, like I don't know, man. How there's like New York. I don't know, man. I'm ignorant, all right. Okie boy saying sign up for the code. Appreciate you for doing that. Now, once you have a Matcherino account, you can end up using that basically anywhere for any tournament. Other people end up having other prize pools and codes to claim as well. If you ever go into a bracket stream, ! Matcherino, just see if they got the codes. If they do, claim one. If they don't, then tell them to get codes. It's quite the process, not gonna lie, but if you have them, they're pretty interesting, and you know, it's free money, man. It's nice.
Yeah. 5H catches out Kaneki as they move back in after the area shift. They hold on to their burst as Saftig takes the round. Saftig really bullish on far slash wild assault for some of these round starts. Hard to blame him. Nice IV on the direct lot to get that punish. A little tense ground-based neutral here.
Dude, I love Mike trying to take Mayor fighting tooth and nail to take this burst from Kaneki, and Kaneki's like, yo, I'm just gonna die with it at this point unless we can weave it into a gold burst on our wake up. But Mike with that jump able to get out of the throw offense right there from Kaneki, gets the back throw as the punish for themselves. Great stuff. I just want to call something out real quick. I'm sorry. So I got a little mod action thing where people get warnings, and the warnings are private, but I'll just read this one out loud. Cobalt got a warning from our mod saying, with reason, supporting University of Michigan. So Cobalt has to click. And what's cool is I can see that I get a message saying, Cobalt, acknowledge their warning.
I did go to MSU, and you'd think I'd have like a thing against U of M, but genuinely I don't. The like sport organization I was the most involved with, which was fencing, we actually had a fantastic relationship with the U of M fencers. Cool people. They do a lot of cool stuff.
Yo, if you got an hour to kill, message Vodka Man about fencing. There's I think there's actually quite a few.
Vodka. I was like,
I'm sorry. Anchor Prince, excuse me. I don't know. Maybe Vodka Man's got some interesting takes on fencing too. I don't know. But
I was like, real? I was about to.
Well, what I was gonna, I don't have any names to quote right now, but I've seen on Twitter before people that were FGC people that that also fence. I'm blanking on the one name off the top of my head. I'll have to keep my mind out and let you know, Anchored. You're probably more in tune than I am, but while we're talking over that, Mike ends up getting a JD combo, closes out that first game. Yo, we dropping all of our alma maters in here, or whatever the fuck you call it.
Yo.
University of Maryland, College Park. Let's go, let's go. Any UMDers here in the chat? Any Terrapin Terps?
All right, far slash here. But Kaneki fights their way out. Saftig looking to jump out, getting maybe a little wise to some of these tick throws that Kaneki was representing, but the 5D is going to catch.
Ooh, 5D catching the backdash this time. Kaneki definitely wanted the kill there, but Mike with the hero burst. Gunflame PRC definitely wants to represent that. Oh, I love the two Gunflames into the feint. Great stuff right there from Mike, keeping their neutral mixed up. Kaneki's going to have to burst here, but the block from Mike. Holy crap. Able to rob that round. Good stuff. Going up 2-0. Okay, I'm gonna put her down, and we're gonna go ahead and go to this stream. This is a Guilty Gear Strive tournament stream, guys. We're watching RedIAmNot, who's won a few Jeeklys at this point. We've been doing some seeding stuff in the background. Shoutouts to our mod AABBK. They've been doing some leaguing in the background, getting players' points and elos established within the Jeekly. And these players are pretty close to each other. They're definitely our top two representatives, and depending on how you cut it, depending on how you do the numbers, run the formulas, it's debatable who the top one player is, but it's someone on the screen right now.
Yeah, some fantastic left-right mix coming out from Red. Dany eventually DPs through, but the 2P checks that anti-air cross-up. That cross-up anti-air.
Great stuff, starting off strong right there, Red. And, just to throw out some more fun facts, if you go and look it up yourself, this isn't, I'm not, this isn't me picking sides. I'm just spitting the facts here. RedIAmNot 5-0 against Dany in bracket in the Jeekly. So it's a little bit RedIAmNot favored. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. But Dany definitely has more wins under their belt. And that's what I was alluding to earlier, where depending on who you ask, it's up in the air who the better player is, quote unquote, at least in the context of the Jeekly.
Oh, YRC is out from that pressure, but Dany baits a throw attempt with a far slash. Dragon install, looking to break the curse. Burst built back up on red side. And burst as Dany wild assaults in, trading 100 burst for 50. CSC out. Gets under 2P to check. Bro, OTG takes that first game for Red.
So real quick before it gets too far away, I did want to say, I'm sorry if I didn't say anything, but Marush, thank you very much for that resub. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge it, but I appreciate you very much for doing that. And Frodo coming in with that follow. Frodo, I actually just watched Lord of the Rings, the full trilogy, for the first time ever a few weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, remember when I messaged you and I was like,
oh yeah, I was like,
yo, I'm high watching Lord of the Rings. That was my first time watching it. You caught me in the second movie. That I don't remember the areas. They were doing some battle in the second movie. I have no idea. Spoilers. Anyways, Red, it's got Dany over here in the corner.
Towers.
Nice DP out, not holding that Oki. Gets the back throw as well for their trouble. Stun edge right there to keep Red in the corner. Just blocks coming out as well. Great defense. Signs of great defense.
JH gets under. YRC's out. Got a fart and a wild assault frame trap. Finds a hit. Tosses him into the corner. Says, alright, let's do it here. HDP not quite enough to kill off the wall break.
Great stuff right there from Red. I love the wake up 6P right there when you have the 100 meter. Typically you would see like a wake up, YRC blocking the safe jump, or you'll see like a wake up super and then Red RC or PRC super or something. But the 6P Red RC, good RPS right there from Red, getting the round for themselves.
Yeah, and the drone meaty allows them to just block, not even worry about reversal super with meter behind it. Looks to cover burst with that BRC extension. Comes back on the wall, and the JD punishes Dany as he comes in.
So
mid-screen 2-0 for Red.
Yo, Ryoka apparently with the fat pockets right now. Goddamn, coming in with the gift subs. I appreciate you doing that very much, my friend. That is very generous of you. Thank you very much, Ryoka. That's very kind. That's very kind. Bro, we gotta let some of those people know that they got gift subs. I don't think Macchiato's been here for a minute. I know Valor just followed a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know who Woshen is. But shout out to them, and thank you very much for those gift subs, Ryoka. Thank you very much. Here we are in game 3, Red against Dany. And dude, I mean, the previous records don't lie. We're looking at a Goldlewis set here, unless Dany has something to say about it. And we haven't seen Dany on the Kai for this matchup. I mean, excuse me, the Bridget. You know what I meant to say.
Yeah. Finds a throw, CSE. Sacred Edge, not quite enough to kill, but man, did that get a lot of burst back for Red. Super PRC. Grab those iframes on Wake Up. Sacred Edge trades, kills the drone, notably. Matchup knowledge in the tank. Grab Dany that round win. These far slashes getting punished by these IED JDs.
Not holding that. Oki able to DP out of it. We got Red pushed to the other side of the screen here, and I love that patience from Red, blocking it out, even post Wild Assault, trying to see if Dany was going for a counter hit far slash or some kind of frame trap or something, and we get rewarded by getting Dany in the corner instead. They're able to get out, get that nice angle on their stun edge right there. Red wanting to burst to try to get the situation back under control because they do have 100 meter at this point. They are able to represent lethal if they can get a hit, but Dany is able to get a wall break and a positive bonus.
DI here, still trying to break the curse. 100 meter on deck. The 5k safe jab doesn't quite make it. Dany wants to win this. Backdash, but gets out from that down with the system. Sacred Edge will take it.
Yo, Dany heard me. He heard me picking sides there, and Dany said, hold on. Hold on. Did you forget who I am? I'm one of the best Kais to do it.
The son of the 4th of July has set as the American power waning out of Goldlewis.
I was like, where are you going with that? I do want to shout out, so Ryoka actually also did their own sub of their own as well, which was on top of their 5. So thank you very much, Ryoka. That was very generous. And Holy apparently subbed and said they unironically got Dono walled. Said, "Gee, ignoring my sub for Ryoka. This chat is pay to win. I apologize. Thank you very much, Holy Fool, for the sub as well." Dany starting off strong, getting Red over here into the corner, stealing away that chance to burst if they decide to with their own Wild Assault. Red with no meter to fight back with, really just has to get a straight hit in this neutral, but Dany with the run-up throw on the drone.
Yeah, calls out that drone activation, says, hey, that's not active yet. Taps the sign. Taps the sign again. DP's out of that pressure there. Drone's up, but it's not live for long. He knows that timing. CSE in time. Extends off the meter and takes this round.
Great stuff right there, man. Stun Dipper into 5D. The chat's popping off. Dany reverse sweep, question mark. We'll have to see. Getting the wall spot on Red, starting off strong in this round.
And even the little 5p in that gap there to whiff to build even more meter. This gamer is optimal. Wild Assault to get that next hard knockdown. Looks for the burst. And finds it.
God damn, things froze up a little bit right there. That far slash was so gnarly. Good stuff, Dany. God damn, actually turning this into the reverse sweep. I jinxed it. Holy shit.
You should get the stream of Rage Shadow Legends watch it. Okay, we don't need...
Yo, have you guys heard about this new MiHoYo game?
New game. You're gonna go... No.
Wait, is that Mike? Did Mike just steal the stand from Red? Oh, no, never mind.
No, he's just standing behind.
Yeah,
but...
Red's like, yo, and then Mike's like, yo, tap me in.
Yo, tag me in, brother. Dany possibly on track to get his first win against Red here in the Jeekly. This could be the start of a reverse sweep. It's 2-2 right now.
Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Deep jump in right there. Converts off of it as well. Red doesn't want to give the positive bonus just yet. Able to get the drone set up as well. Dany fighting back with the stun edges, though. Not letting Red just pull up on them for free. Converts off of that Foudre arc. Gets a wall splat and a wall break for themselves. This is real. I said it every round, but Dany starting off strong.
5Ds. Gets the hard knockdown here. But this could be all Red needs to get started. Dany YRC's out though. And get shock state applied. 6p, no dire eclat. Run up throw.
Ooh.
Dany up on set point.
I love that run up throw. That's the floor 10 goodness right there from Dany saying, hey, if you're just going to block, I'm going to get some free damage for it. Take throw pressure off the Foudre arc as well. Get some more throws in. Another for their trouble. Dany's got Red here in the throw blender and able to bait the burst. Good stuff from Dany. Getting the hard knockdown.
Wild Assault, 100 meter here to mix. No reversal options for Goldlewis. And the low opens him up. A stylish little second to walk there.
My fiance, we ended up going to the some of the inaugural games of the Washington Justice. I'm from the metro area. so was able to go to DC and watch some of the inaugural games of the Washington Justice. They're a really bad team. I don't think they ever won. But there's a player named Jerry.
Hey.
So we're able to root for Jerry quite a bit. Me sharing a name with that individual. Onda starting off strong against Vodka Man right here. The good defense hasn't really paid off quite yet. Onda's getting a lot of damage out, and we got some meter as well. Vodka Man definitely wants to get out of this corner. The defense is pretty good right here against those overhead mist finers. But
yeah, Potemkin's got some far-reaching pokes, but they are sometimes at a bit of an awkward angle to actually contest some of these card resets. Onda showing off a perfect his first round against Vodka Man. And that fast far slash able to punish a move after slide head on block there.
here we go. The PRC pot buster on the wake up against Onda. Vodka Man whiffing that 6P. Unfortunately, Onda awake with the whiff punish. Gets a card pop combo to get Vodka Man over here into the corner. But I've said it before, man. You know, we did just get opened up by the overhead misfiner. It happens. But Vodka Man almost gets a buff there in the corner with how strong their defense is and with how strong their Abare is. You know, they know how to play defense against a lot of matchups, especially in the corner.
Mankind knew that they... Duel 1.
Here we go. Great stuff. That back Mega Fist to start things off. Getting a hit against Onda. Onda, of course, up a game right here. Great tech right there from Vodka Man. Just a little scrambly. I'll keep it a buck here. Nice back throw from Vodka Man. Got Onda stuck here in the corner, and we're trying to jail them in.
Yeah, these overheads are dastardly. Onda finding his conversion here. Spelling it out for him. Grabbing that hard knockdown.
Oh, the heavenly dude. The meaty overhead misfiner getting called out by the my loyal fans.
To the millions. Backdash BRC caught by the 5P. Deal caught by Mega Fist. Burst available. Throw up the wall. Oh, but cut through by the Joker trick.
That's how that interacts. Holy crap. I didn't even know that.
Super projectiles do get through.
No shot. Wait, Return of the Killing Machine goes through that?
I believe so, as well as Sacred Edge. I could be mistaken.
No, that's not. Bridget means in the chat. Someone confirm that.
But
yeah, I thought it didn't. Okay, anyways, here we go. On trying to open a Vodka Man here. Vodka Man with the chasing the high of hitting that HPB goes for another, but we're able to get out of the corner. Counter hit Fafnir, loops into another one, into Pot Buster as well. Vodka Man taking some damage to some Oki, trying to close out a round against Onda. Onda only needs one more hit and the startup of 2S. We saw it right there. The flex shield out. Vodka Man just needs one more hit. Both players need one more hit.
yeah, that BRC unfortunately not quite getting the punish Vodka Man wanted, and the tip of that 6K counter hitting that Mega Fist.
Good stuff right there. Onda up 2-0 right now, man. Onda up 2-0 right now. I wonder if Vodka Man was playing against an opponent where their game plan was more offense based, more Oki based, Vodka Man will probably have a little bit more of a easier time because of how great their defense in Abare is. But Onda, you know, this is the first GGST I've seen them, is very neutral based on their Johnny. And of course they have the overhead misfiner setups when they need to bring them out, but it's a lot of just, you know, whiff punishing, good normals, not overextending, and they're winning games for it.
Yeah, and they've started even layering in checks like that, right? Where they go into the overhead finer, hold it, and then just do a JK to try and call out any preemptive anti-air. So they're definitely they're definitely cycling through their layers. They've got some great pressure going here. HBB cancel, PRC buster. Could be what Von Command needs to get started. Vault deal RC though. Techs the throw after. Gambles correctly. Hammerfall Kara into the shield. Garuda not quite reaching though. And now he's got zoning to deal with. Moves in off that counter hit Mega Fist.
Damn.
Oops for the kill.
That was like a full screen pop buster. I didn't notice if that was a Kara. But that was goddamn, that was basically full screen. White Wild Assault whiffs right there. Onda with the falling jump normal to fight back. Vodka Man fighting back with lights as well, going into Fafnir to try to get Onda over here to this corner, but we're able to jump out, we're able to call out the slide head, and we're getting a combo for it.
Yeah, Vodka Man not gambling on these Mistfinder cancels, and Onda getting reward from it, especially as they finally use the card, they get that wall break. 2S 5H to get the cancel, break the armor that Odd Command was relying on to get in, and that's a round for Onda.
Yeah, now we're here on game point. Bot Command saying, hey, I gotta go ahead and lock it down. So we're gonna burst there, represent some slide heads, able to block the falling down Mistfinder there from Onda. We do get the hard knockdown. We do have the Oki set up. Doesn't go into the HPB pop buster off of Fafnir. Goddamn, I don't even know the moves anymore. Bot Command able to play some neutral here against Onda.
Unfortunately, without meter, though, these options are a lot less scary, and Onda can just simply backdash away from some of these more mid-screen hits. A big knockdown off the flick, though. Outer hit out of startup. Onda now able to get started with some meter of their own.
And we got Bot Command fighting back with those Mega Fists, with any of their Abari options here in the corner, but Onda opening them up, man. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Supers for the hard knockdown. We're going to get Bot Command low in HP, but we do still have some resources on Bot Command's side to fight back. We got a lot of resources, in fact. This is either player's game, essentially. But the card pop catches so far away on Bot Command's backdash.
And the overhead after the Wild Assault takes it. 3-0 for Onda. We saw them play in winners quarters.
And then Mike, here on their third character I've seen them on, the ABBA, they played this last week with some success against Hiho, and now they're going to show up against the Johnny with it. It's going to be a little belligerent, run our guerrilla pressure in the Jealous Rage. Onda's going to have to play their neutral as perfectly as they have been in this bracket to try to tame down that Jealous Rage ABBA and lock down the baby form of ABBA as well.
Absolutely. Saftig a little low on JR gauge here, but with 100 meter to work with.
Dude, I love Mike's
Caught out of the
right
IAD
there.
by the card pop.
You saw Mike actually was, I don't know the name of the move, but the parry that lets you build JR. Mike actually buffered that against one of the card pops earlier in that round. So really ballsy of Mike. I actually love that heads up play. Able to go into install with a full JR meter, gets the run up throw as the RPS here, but Onda with the Abare able to get out and get these guard crushes established.
Blocks the overhead, but gets caught by a low. No full conversion yet. Card still available. Supers through the finer. Get into JR. Gold burst from Onda, though, means that gauge is rapidly falling. Ball RC popped up by the card pop. Oh, but evades it at the second jump. 5H to catch the backdash.
Dude, what's unfortunate is that Mike was starting to win those neutral interactions there. We're going to get OTG here. Oh. What I was going to say is that Mike did not have the JR to convert into a round steal in that last interaction right there. Onda maybe he heads up on that. Maybe was paying attention. Just played it cool, played it safe on their defense, and then was able to get the round win, almost like a checkmate, you know? Even though Mike was getting hits right there in their baby form of ABBA, it's almost like you still knew they were going to lose because they didn't have the meter, the Jealous Rage to convert into the DI there. They didn't have the 50 tension, the red RC. Onda just had to wait until it was their turn.
Absolutely.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Mikesaftig back on the soul though, and finding reward for it, taking nearly all of Onda's health bar already. HVV, not quite enough to kill, but put him on a pixel, get that positive bonus flowing for a little bit of burst before 2K makes that a perfect.
Basically a Twitter clip, I'll call it that. Onda with the slow walk up, getting called out by the 2K. Mike definitely showing you guys what a soul round looks like. Onda with this run up throw though, has the card established. Great defense from Mike blocking the overhead misfire. Gets rewarded with a volcanic viper for their trouble. Oh wait, hold on. Great stuff right here from Mike. Great stuff. Wall splat to boot as well.
Tyrant Rave, talk to him. 30-second game, Saftig on the board.
Yeah, there ain't nothing much to say right there. Mike just kind of they played that one well, and that's all I got. That's all I can say, man.
Right?
God damn, you got to put that one on the leaderboards, bro. That was a Soul v Johnny any percent. Mike definitely a top 10 runner.
Sometimes Soul just comes up and leaves an imprint of his fist in you. It happens to the best of us.
Duel 1.
There we go. That's not a song change, is it? Onda with the disaster of passion coming in. Mike saying, what is this weave shit doing on my screen? I'm just gonna far slash you over here into the corner. Onda bursting out when they finally got the burst to do it, but the PRC from Mike right as they got the 50 tension, man. Mike, the stealer of bursts.
Wild Assaults get that hard knockdown too. Threading the skippity whoop, but it's the low. High low. Blocks correctly, finds the low, but the throw reset after. Another perfect on the board for Saftig.
Good stuff right here from Mikesaftig. Onda with the patient backdashes, right? Didn't get counter hit on the close slash right there from Mike. Just waited and backdash again. But Mike able to weave in some of these counter hits right here. Converts off of the vortex. Onda stuck here in the corner, but great Abare.
NRV's underneath that far slash there, looking for the burst. Did call out that he wanted to burst there, but didn't quite find the timing. A Barre close slash from Soul. But a gap means that Onda's tapping the sign. He's got 100 meter to reversal super and RC.
Oh, the PRC back. That was interesting. We're trying to open up Mike here. Does so with the PRC. Tries to at least, but the run up close slash on the backdash. This time, the backdash gets punished. Great stuff from Mike for reevaluating their timing to try to call it out. 5D is the mix. We close out that game, and now it's 2-1.
Absolutely.
Yo, we got Logan Jungle in here. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Guys, if you can do me a favor, I know y'all are fighting game players. Can you go ahead and drop my boy Logan a follow, please? My man plays Jungle League of Legends. He mains one character, Briar, but he's been playing Jungle for the better part of something like 10 years now, man. You're trying to get in the league. You're trying to watch some league. Trying to get that dopamine of seeing some high-level play. Seeing some gapping. Check out my man Logan Jungle. Got a pretty good YouTube channel as well.
Ooh, NRV's under the Mistfinder to get their pressure started here. Cross up into the corner with the JD. Makes him think about another cross up. It's just a throw. Ooh, BRC drift though. Locks Saftig into that animation so Onda can get the punish. Saftig just absolutely unafraid to just run in on Onda's defense here. Just outside of throw range. And that 2K2D is going to close out that round. Saftig up on set point.
Great stuff. Saftig right here. I called a reverse sweep if it wasn't for it was only one game on Onda's side. Catching that backdash again. Mike able to get Onda's backdashes, man. I was giving Onda a little bit of credit for those backdashes earlier, but Mike ended up figuring out the timing, is able to punish him a lot more. Goes for the low out of revolver, but Onda with the great defense blocks it out.
After out of burst, HVV gets the wall stick. Not enough to kill just yet. The 50-meter here on the other side. Dash cancels, finds the throw. Hard pop lifts Saftig up. This could be what Onda needs. Card pop catches the startup of Tyrant Rave.
Great stuff right here, man. Red RC to convert. Mike may burst these. He does. But the next hit, misfiner. Red RC the misfiner. Looks like Eno doing HCL twice in a row. Great stuff. Onda able to take that round from Mikesaftig and their burst.
Yeah, having their whole burst here for Wild Assaults or anything else is absolutely going to help them out. That overhead finer coming in. If you're Saftig, you're really kind of kicking yourself about spending that burst last round. NRV under, though.
I'm going to get a combo for it after being able to weave that vortex under. Onda going back to their roots earlier in this bracket with the back fadeaway misfiners instead of more of that forward pressure. Trying to go for more of a neutral taming approach instead of fighting Mike in the scramble.
2 Ps to Abare out. No confirm. With throw. Guard crush presser getting started, and it's the overhead out of that Wild Assault that keeps Onda in the match 2-2.
Bro, if I'm Mike right now, I am yelling expletives. I'm doing a reverse pop off. Having my burst, losing my burst.
You are gluing the
round.
chairs to the ground.
Yeah. Bro, did you see that one Mortal Kombat player who threw a chair out of the ring?
Don't throw chairs, everybody. Pop off, but respect your venues. Respect your venues, everybody.
Dude, Reive,
it's expensive.
Reive just said I didn't hear the bell in chat, and I can see so clearly that picture of Stan's dad from God, Randy. Yeah, what's his name? Randy, whatever. I didn't hear no bell. Run up, counter hit, close last right there from Mikesaftig. Doesn't get the wall splat. Makes the 5D safe with PRC, but Onda trying to Abari out with 2P. Gets counter hit again by Mike, and Onda wants to burst, trying to get back to normal here.
A throw back to the corner. The risk built up. Meter on Saftig's side. Saftig again in a commanding position on set point. Not afraid to just start far slashing here at round start. Onda already into the corner. But a throw could turn everything around. The overhead off the card pop.
Great stuff. Bandit Bringer, Red RC, and the JPs, man. It hits the best of us. Great tech right there from Onda. Dude, their defense has been so good, and if wherever they place tonight in this bracket, I hope they're happy about how they performed defensively, because they have really forced players to be really belligerent in the scramble in order to open them up.
RC's back in. Saftig finds a point to YRC and gets the pickup they're looking for. Oh, but an awkward wall bounce might mean that there's more neutral to be played. Saftig now at risk of being chipped. Blocks the overheads. Onda backdashes into their own turn again and finds the last point of chip they need with deal.
Dude,
last round, last game.
I don't know how intentional it was with Onda's pressure in that last game, but the way that they would do the misfinder cancels and make Mike waste their FD, that was so insane, man. Awesome pressure right there from Onda.
Yeah, Saftig dashing up against these misfinder cancels, but not quite finding any reward. Burst built up. Or sorry, risk built up. Counter hit. Or just a regular hit. Close slash, but hey, 50% of your life. 50. This man gambled it all. Doesn't quite kill. Burst on Saftig's side still.
Oh.
And the Farceless catches him as he comes on down.
Okay, shit. Jeek ne sais quoi. Okay, hold on. Let me get the game on my screen, guys. I am so sorry. Also, where's my cursor? Of course this is happening. I am so sorry, guys. Red,
Yeah,
I am
Red's not waiting though. He's wild assaulting into the corner. He's saying, "Hey Onda, I heard you like pressure. I heard you like guard crushes. How you like mine? Overheads with the BRC JK. Another overhead BT. Drone out. Looking for the burst.
And here we
No
are, guys.
opportunity for it.
This
Meter
is
built back up.
losers finals here of the Jeekly. RedIAmNot versus Onda. Onda in their first ever Jeekly getting a top 3 spot. I don't know what it is about y'all in your first ever Jeeklys, but you always play so well. Great Abari from RedIAmNot there. So yeah, both of our players here are in the running for the prize pool, which you see is at $55.25. You got no money in your pocket, but you want to make the pocket bigger, the prize pool bigger. Check out that link I just dropped, !Matcherino. I know some of y'all have already been claiming those codes. I appreciate y'all. If you got your brothers, sisters, your cats, your dogs, your cows out in the barn, go ahead and let them log into their Twitch accounts, claim those free codes. We'd really appreciate it. So we got a few left to go.
Onda spelling it out for Red, then he's not going down without a fight. Red on just a pixel here, caught by the JH. This is one of those matchups for Goldlewis, but he can get stranded in the corner, especially against some of the zoning. An attempt to save jab with a 2P, but caught by Phonics. Dash cancel into the throw. Overhead with the card pop. This is a kill.
Damn. Onda coming off hot there, closing out that first game with a super. What's their name? If you don't know it at this point, go ahead and check the details of this YouTube VOD, because they're going to be in half the games. I didn't realize we'd be streaming Onda all night, but that's the way it worked. And guys, if you're trying to learn Johnny, this is going to be the VOD to do it. And I see some new chatters. Some of you guys rooting on Onda right now. Which one of y'all are Onda fans? I see McCannady in here. I want to say there were a few other people as well that were Onda fans. Onda Revy FGC, Onda the GOAT. What's going on? Yeah, we got some Onda fans up in here. God damn. Y'all gotta educate me on Onda. We got Avian still in here. The fuck Onda cooking right now? Yeah, god damn. I'm a fan of some good ass Guilty Gear. Same. And here you go. You have it right here in losers finals of the JKLY 21. The JKLY, a Friday night 7 p.m. EST Guilty Gear Strive online tournament that is free to enter with a minimum $50 prize pool. So appreciate y'all coming in and watching via the chat or playing in the tournament tonight. Appreciate y'all.
100 meter on red sign, but where to spend it? Here's where. There he goes.
There he goes.
Show him the coffin, show him the door.
Ooh, not able to whip punish that behemoth, but we get the throw anyways for it. Card pop, great stuff right there. Red blocking that TK. Red, I don't know if you guys know this, RedIAmNot is a good player. So they're going to block some of these layer 2 setups that Onda may represent. Look at that damage. Great stuff, RedIAmNot.
He even finds the wall stick. Doesn't gamble on that first throw, but gets thrown at that second possible point. Red getting low on health himself. With Onda's positive bonus on the other side, this could be a one-touch situation. Especially if they manage to get an early wall assault in there to lock out burst. 100 meter on red side, though.
Oh, this punishes far slashes. Oh, but it was a misfinder instead. Now we're going to go ahead and show us what the other super looks like, but it was already activated. Be careful.
Yeah, that laser does not stop for anything. He got a wall break to escape it. Red staying in. The overhead and the OTG on the board. Red, he is not.
Great stuff. Red right there. Great stuff, Red, showing that, hey, they deserve to be here in this top 3. It was no fluke. They're trying to get that rematch against Dany to reinforce that previous win record, unless Onda has something to say about it. Playing the Johnny in their first ever Jeekly. Appreciate them coming in. Appreciate them giving us quite the competition here. Which would have been, our top 2 players in an uncontested grand finals, turns into a what's the phrase? A white horse. Onda coming in.
A black horse, rather.
A what horse? Excuse me.
A black horse.
Black
is usually the unknown of challenger.
Ah, there we go.
Does that just mean a white horse is just like, yeah, this guy is here all the time?
Yeah, that's Dany. Danny's our white horse then.
Red's also
he's just here, bro.
Red's getting there, yeah. Red's getting there too. Oh, throw off the drone, get the conversion, pick up the round. And Onda's getting away with a lot of these dash up throws. Curious to see if Red's gonna start challenging those, but if he does, Onda's got another point where he can call out some interaction, maybe do like a dash up PRC bait. Dark horse, not black horse. That's true.
I'm trying to make a nay joke, like some kind of horse joke, but I really can't come up with one in time. Onda getting the positive bonus post wall break here. Red probably going to hold that burst. We'll have to see if they get a little ballsy with it, or if the next few hits end up turning into a round win regardless. But the super in the middle of the gap, Onda's been telling us all night what their name is. Closing out this round, it's Johnny.
Picking him up just by the toes of that 2K there. Oh, goes to call out the vault, thinking it's a throw attempt, but gets hit by the deal. Goldlewis going, hit me! No, not like that.
Great stuff. Wild Assault for the hard knockdown. This could be a perfect round for Onda if we keep that pressure tight, but that anti-air 2P from Red ends up trading through and destroys our hopes of a perfect round, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to win it, possibly. If we can keep Red jailed in, we can keep that mental stack high, we can get a run-in throw, and Onda will take another game 2-1 against RedIAmNot. I'm glad you communicated your Thank you, Dilps. I appreciate you, Dilps. I tried. I was trying to think of a joke. I was trying to say nay something. But, I don't know. Brain doesn't move quick enough for that. But here we are moving into game 4 of the JKLY 21. Guys, this one's moving pretty quick. I'm going to be honest with you. Yay or nay?
Johnny might have naysayers, but Onda's a J-sayer? I don't know. That joke sucks. Don't laugh at that, chat.
Oh, you don't have to ask us. I'm sorry. That was supposed to be funny, but that was kind of mean. Anyways, counter hit right here from Onda gets Red over here, wall splatted as well. Ends up spending some of that meter so that we don't cap too much longer. Positive bonus and 100 meter. You gotta spend that. You gotta spend it quick. RedIAmNot, without 50 tension of their own, gets called out on the jump in. Probably was supposed to be a safe jump, but a little late, so Red's backdash actually got punished and it turned into a perfect. Here we go, counter hit, close slash. What do you think Onda's been doing right? And it seems like they're playing super well against Red right now.
This matchup is terrible for Goldlewis. Not to say Onda hasn't been playing it very well, but against a lot of the Mistfinders, Goldlewis doesn't really have a great option to deal with it. He trades with Vault Deal with 2P there, right? Mm-hmm. In this 100-meter situation, yeah, sure, he gets a safe jump, but like, ooh, cross up into the corner for the steal. The mix? Fast RC and a super to cash out on that all the meter he needs. Red staying alive.
I'm going to say, I'll be the one to say it. That, I think, was a Twitter clip. Great stuff from Red right there, but Onda is making them pay for it. Now they're over here stuck in the corner, spending all of their tension trying to FD out. That wrist gets cranked, and when we finally get open up, we get a lot of damage, but not able to get the wall break. Red is able to get on the other side of Onda, and now the situation is reversed.
RC stay in, building up that risk, drone out. More overheads into the low, and a little drone. That could be all he needs. IED in. RBT, and the last opener he needs, 2-2. Here in losers finals, winner of this next game is gonna go up to Dany. Have a conversation up there.
Great stuff, man.
And all the players you're gonna see for the rest of the night are in the money. If you want to help them out, contribute directly, we absolutely appreciate it. But there's also those free codes there on the match arena you can claim. Toss an extra quarter into their pockets. Getting split 3 ways with somebody going home with a bigger chunk of it. But you can help them out.
You know, I haven't done this in a while, and I can't believe I forgot. But Ryoka did give those 5 subs earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and match that. Actually, I'm gonna throw that on top of the prize pool.
Oh, hell yeah.
So let me go ahead and do that. While I'm typing that out, let's Anchor take it away, I guess.
I got you. Red may be looking for a burst here with a wall bounce combo. Wall stinks. Doesn't quite kill. Onda's alive with a bit of burst. A bit of health, but that might be all he needs to close things out. Nope, a Bare from Red is going to take that round. He's up on set point. These players a little more conservative neutral now, but nope, vault into throw. Onda's cornered Red here now. No deal out, but the overhead off of the Wild Assault. Another Wild Assault to send him through with a hard knockdown. Hashing out on that burst.
Great stuff right there. Cancels that forward misfinder. Trying to see what Red wants to do about it. But the overhead picks up and we get a conversion. Red's going to take their burst into the next round as Onda gets a perfect here in set point.
Both these players on their last live. Red with 100 meter to Wild Assault in. Burst nearly fully built back up. No hard knockdown from Onda's side. JD, Wild Assault in. And just by the hair on his chinny chin, Goldlewis caught by this reversal super. Onda back up to having 50 meter, caught by the vault deal. And Onda closes it out, 3-2.
And also Dany swapping to the Bridget. This, at least to start things off. They got a little bit of room. CPAP love. Appreciate that for CPAP. Appreciate you for the follow. Thank you very much. Here we go, guys. Grand finals of the JKLY 21. You got your newcomer, Onda, on the loser side. If we can get a little L in their name, no disrespect, is showing it there on the loser side of the bracket. Against DM Dany, showing their new secondary over the past few weeks, the Bridget.
Yeah, some guard crush getting started from Onda, but a defensive option from Dany, getting the burst out early from him. Now here in the corner, Dany getting that mix going, meter to spare to keep things rolling.
Getting counter hit on the startup of that 2 as Dany is now over here in the corner, getting popped up by the card as well. Onda is going to cash out with super for damage and a hard knockdown. Dany already tapped on that burst, so we're not giving him too many resources by going for what we're going for there.
CP out there, but caught by the mist finder later. Onda takes round 1.
2H right there. Gnarly hit. Close slash is going to be the Oki trying to get Onda opened up. Great defense, but the JD eventually does it. The meaty 236S keeps Onda jailed down, but you see the FD that they're representing. It's keeping the damage down, but their tension is so low. Dany opens them up regardless, and now we have no tension. We're low on HP. We're going to have to see what we're going to do to come back this round. Great stuff. 2K, 2D, converting into the scooter. Starship for the swag. Good stuff, Dany, taking that round. And I'm a man of my word, guys. Right as Dany's getting shimmied right there. Great stuff, Onda. I did throw some money on top of the prize pool for the Matcherino. Thank you very much for those gifted subs earlier, guys. If you don't mind, we still got a few codes remaining. Exclamation point Matcherino. Check those out. We'd appreciate you. /2H. I see a bunch of them flooding in right now. Thank you very much, guys, for claiming those Matcherino codes. Dany bursting out onto there, but the reversal card calls out the 236S. That's some matchup awareness right there.
Makes it over the Mistfinder, but caught by the Vault deal. That's the first game on the board for Onda.
Unfortunately, with Onda winning that game, it may mean that we see the swap off the Bridget. I love seeing the Bridget, but I don't mind seeing Dany play any character that they are comfortable with. So maybe they do the swap, or maybe it's so early enough we keep representing that Bridget against the Johnny.
Yeah, Dany did play out the entire set against Red on Bridget, yes?
No, against Red they played Kai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, they played out the entire set against the
Slayer player.
Against Yata, yeah.
Yeah, Yata, that's right. Guys, shout out to some of the people in the chat. We got Frog coming in the chat. Appreciate your Frog. What's going on? Dilp saying, I want to donate directly to Jeek's Hot Dog Fund. Exclamation point Matcherino. But thank you, Dilps. I appreciate you. Can always use more hot dogs. Drizzle came in and saw what's going on. Guys, thank you for coming in for the chat. You guys are here just in time for grand finals of the GGST 21. You're seeing Dany here on the secondary on the Bridget fighting Onda, coming up from the loser side, who's already got one game under their belt. But if you don't know how this works, Onda needs to win this whole set. It means they need to get 3 games before Dany. Then everything starts over. It resets. We run the set again, and we'll see who comes out on top. Dany, however, just needs 3 games, and they're going home with first place and $40 or so in their pocket.
BRC drifts and sees the startup of that far slash and DPs through it. Finds that last point of damage they need in that combo to close out the round.
Great stuff right there. 5H is going to fight back Onda here. Does a 236S setup, or 241 set, point. We hit during the yo-yo. Rock the baby. The first time we've seen it all night right there. Onda holding this Bridget pressure, sitting in that aerial Mistfinder stance, gets counter hit, has to burst out.
6P counter hit here, scoots into an RC for a setup. Blue wall assault to extend. Onda live on a pixel. And the backdash JS finds the first round for Dany.
Yeah, dude, that JH right there from Bridget is so good at checking like forward approach Mistfinders and stuff from Johnny. I mean, honestly, that button, it can be really creative, especially if it's like a IAD back JH. You're able to cover so much of the screen with that jump normal, you know, and it's I don't want to say it's like super disjointed, but it's not a bad button. It's a good button. That's a great button.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, lets you retreat while still sort of like challenging that space that you were just occupying.
Ooh, but here we go, getting counter hit right there. The card established as well. Great stuff. Dany blocking the low Mistfinder there. Onda bursting to try to keep the pressure going. Dany trading back their own so they can go back to neutral here. But we're just getting called out by those Mistfinders. Able to backdash through that one, though.
Roger dive back down into the corner. Card set up once more. A close slash finds a hit. And the overhead closes it out.
Great stuff. The run-up throw. We saw the FD bubble. We said, hey, you're going to get thrown today for that. JD, man. Onda getting opened up by these raw JDs out of roll. Dany catching on to that option, working quite often.
Finding around here. Not quite getting the kill just yet. 5D RC though to open up. Close out that round.
Dude, I like that right there from Dany. Instead of trying to push to see if the Bridget super actually kills, instead just goes for the guaranteed reset 214S. Definitely the mark of someone who's confident on their pressure.
Evades that card setup and recovers in time to block the Joker trick. Runs over to the other side, finds the cross up into a throw, scoots back into the corner, low. Gold burst out from Onda though.
Man, one thing I'm noticing is that these Roger dives just aren't getting punished, man. I'm not really super familiar with Johnny 2K, the frame data, but man, we got to see if those 2K 2Ds can start punishing those Roger dives. QQ with the follow, I mean with the sub. God damn. Thank you very much, QQ.
It's pretty fast, but I don't know if it reaches far enough if they FD it out.
Good point.
I think maybe the problem.
Guys, if you could do me a favor and follow my friend, I'm trying to type the name right now, but I'm failing horribly. If you guys can go ahead and give a follow to my friend QQ22. Did I type the name right? Did it work? It did work. I appreciate if you guys could go ahead and drop my friend a follow. Definitely a homie. Help me learn the game. A content creator on their own. And deals with the sub too. God damn, y'all treat me. Y'all treat me. I appreciate y'all. I paid it back. I put some money in the prize pool up to $82.50 after we got those gifted subs earlier. Guys, if you didn't mind dropping and claiming those codes in the match arena, that'd be really appreciative. Both your players on the screen are in the running for that prize pool. Dany with the 50-50 setup off of that red RC scooter chooses to go the JS route, opens up Onda and gets the wall break for it, but we are down a game. Onda's on the loser side, man. So even if we win this one, we got to play a whole nother set. Dany has only got 2 more games to go. We'll have to see who does it first.
Gets caught dashing up, trying to evade the card. Jailed back down, but evades the throw. Onda getting opened up by some of these run-up throws from Almaza. Catches the backdash with the roll.
Yeah, not a lot of safe special cancels out of that 6K. So right there, Onda with the Abare able to get out. But the super, man, Onda's been so clean about weaving in these wake-up supers. I feel like they've hit, to be fair, they've been on stream the most out of anyone tonight. But I feel like I've seen them hit more wake-up supers than anyone in the history of the Jeekly.
Wallace is in, set up Yo-Yo to keep the mix rolling. The low finds it, 2-2. Dany, 1 game away from winning it. Onda, 1 game away from resetting the bracket.
Yo, I appreciate y'all getting treated here in the chat. Appreciate y'all for being so kind and generous and watching the stream tonight as we're sitting here. I got my feet up. The Jeekly is cool, man. I don't know why I'm giving a speech randomly right here, but guys, we're in grand finals. Dany's got 2 games on the board. Onda's got 2 games on the board. Either 1 more game and we're going home, or 1 more game and we're gonna sit our little cheeks in and get comfortable because we got a whole nother set to go. We'll see who gives it to us. The round start, walk up 5H from Dany.
Oh, Yo-Yo comes back, catches Johnny as he comes down from stance. Oh, they're starting to jail down Maza here in the corner. Burst out.
And dude, I need to give Onda some more credit on their neutral. Do you see how they're spacing out in such a way that they are able to just completely outrange Bridget 5H and far slash in the middle of the screen? And then they're also able to punish those 2-3-6Ss with their own mist finers, with their own card supers. Like they really have paid attention to this matchup apparently. There we go. That same round start from Dany right there. The walk up 5H trying to call out Onda's backdash far slashes, I guess. Great roll cancel right there from Dany. We got a Blaze Blue combo coming out with JK in the middle of that roll. Great stuff. Almost half the HP right there from Onda. Onda's jeeking for real. Apparently, bro, Dany's jeeking for real as well. Using the Rogers super. Here we go. What's the 50-50? Man, blocking the first hit of that JS, but it is a multi-hitting jump. 236S meaty enough to block the super from Onda. Great
Onda
stuff.
does take their burst the next round, though. Still a very close game. That same said burst now being spent. Throw here in the corner means he's getting card set up. Gambles that Dany was jumping out correctly. First already spent the overhead, pops her up.
Here we go. Dany fighting back, getting Onda opened up. Post the red RC off of that scooter right there. Onda's here in the corner.
100 meter, but gets caught by the 2K. Loop to loop. Burst nearly back on deck for Onda. Hard knockdown to get through. IRC not baited. Throw text.
Ooh, I'm holding my breath.
An opportunity. Return to the killing machine comes in. Burst still on deck though. Just one hit on either side. Wild assault to get back in.
Oh.
And the low finds it. Dany takes the JKLY 21.
Yo, Backpack, thank you so much for that raid, man. That is a fat fucking raid. Oh my god. I feel bad. I'm about to pass it off myself. But if we can please pay back Backpack, guys, someone already got us to it. If you can please go follow Backpack Brawl. And I would even go so far as to say, is I don't have a link for you here, but if you go to YouTube and just type in Backpack Brawl, please go sub to their channel. If you like watching Guilty Gear Strive, if you like watching competitive Guilty Gear Strive, I'd say if you're not aware, start opening up another tab on Fridays. Start watching Backpack Brawl. Start entering Backpack Brawl.
Cool bracket.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And check out their YouTube. Watch all their VODs. Co-commentated usually by Patriarch Panda. I don't know if that's a permanent spot, but Patriarch Panda, awesome commentator. Anchored, we got 10 seconds, man. Any last words?
Enjoy your holidays. If it is a holiday for you, enjoy the weekend. Have a great time, everybody. Love the summer. Reach out to your loved ones. Have a great one.
All right,
See you
friends.
next week.
Peace out. See you on the JKLY 22. Have a good night.